Hey yo, how's it going today, guys? Welcome back to the Pokemon Sword Booster Lock. And I have our Thwacky with us here now. Named him Grohl, after Dave Grohl, drummer for Nirvana, also frontman of the Foo Fighters. Friends love him. If they're watching, I'm sure they're going to love this. Yeah, so we got this encounter from our last episode. I've added him to the team. He's level 20. Also, I hatched him from an egg using a Rillaboom that I had, and fun fact, that Rillaboom had, I believe Grassy Surge is the hidden ability, and it probably has good IVs. You can't actually see them until you get to a certain point in the game, and then it'll show you the IVs. With that, the Rillaboom that I used is a perfect one. It's one that I had on my other account, and I used him to breed this, so probably has good IVs. The Ditto that I used to breed has good IVs. Has the hidden ability, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, we were making our way right over this bridge when Hop stopped us. We were going to the water gym and Nessa, and now that we have 2 grass types, that should be no problem for us. Yeah, let's make our way over there. This is actually my 3rd recording for the day, and it's much later in the day. I recorded those first 2 during my lunch break, and now it's like 7 p.m. So, see how it goes. I might even record another one. I'm trying to knock out some stuff and get ahead of schedule. I don't like to get too far ahead because that lowers the impact of comments. I need to be a little careful here. I can't just be throwing Katara at grass types willy-nilly. We're going to throw out our Thwacky. I need to train it up a little bit. It's only level 20 compared to our other Pokemon, which are a little higher. Only level 20. It's higher level than most things here. And the way I did that is I have the XP candy on the other account. This one I have extra small and small. I just used 2 mediums and it got me to level 20. And honestly, I wasn't sure if I should get up that high. I will never artificially put a Pokemon above the level of the Pokemon that I have in my party, but I don't want them to be too under-leveled that I have to do a bunch to get them caught up. And even then, I do have a bunch of the small candies from when I trained up the Gossifleur, just doing a couple raids and whatnot. Let me know what y'all think about what level I should bring, since these encounters are not traditional. Because this Thwacky is higher level than this trainer's Pokemon, but not by a ton. And it is under levels. I feel like I put it at the right spot. Okay. So it looks like the Grassy Surge gives us the effect like a max. The grassy area effect is the same as the max overgrowth after effect. I wasn't really sure about that. I don't play competitive. I have looked into it a little bit in the past. But and I've built a couple competitive Pokemon, that's why I have that Rillaboom. Woobat is Psychic and Flying, I believe. Either way, I know it's Psychic type, so Throat Chop will be super effective. Goodness. Can't wait till this Goldeen evolves and we can start actually like one-shotting things. It's a shame that I'm not currently. I keep getting close. What did he use? Or did she use? Something to heal it. Okay. Probably a berry. Otherwise it has a lot of health. I guess it could have been a potion. It's like weirdly quiet right now because the air is off. It's usually on during the day, but because the weather's getting cooler, there's just absolute radio silence when I'm not speaking to y'all. Which I guess is a good sign that I should talk more. Is there something over there? Seems like there was a hidden item. We are going to battle this trainer. We need to get more experience. And I should have swapped my team so that Thwacky was in the lead. But it is what it is. Office worker Gabrielle. I know that life. A Krogunk. Krogunk is a top tier Pokemon in my eyes. Is he in the base set Sword and Shield? I would love to have one. Okay, so he is fighting and poison. Is he both of those now? I can't remember. In either case, I don't think we have anything that's. He has dry skin. He knows Astonish. That should do almost nothing. Did more than I wanted it to, but we do still stay strapped with the Oran Berries. Okay. Should I swap? The problem with switching to the grass is if he knows a poison move. I think he is fighting type, so Peck should be super effective. It's not going to do a ton because our Goldeen's kind of weak, and Peck is also weak. He does know a poison move, so switching would have been a bad move. So I think we could have easily ate it with Rasta, our Eldegoss. Our defenses are incredible. Okay, come on. Alright, Krogunk is away. I was just hanging out with my roommates in the garage, and one of them actually, she got into her very first, and hopefully her last, car accident today. I just heard about it when she got home. It wasn't terrible. She rear-ended someone, or rear-ended when you hit someone. I haven't been in a wreck in a while, so I don't even know the terms. She hit someone, but that person stopped completely in the middle of the road while the roads were wet for no reason, no apparent reason. Apparently she didn't speak English, so it was hard to hold a conversation for her. My roommate is fine. Her car is a little beat up on the front end, but it's still drivable. And we're going to help her take it to the shop tomorrow while she's at work, me and my other roommate. Because it's just down the street from us. But that sucks for her. I'm glad she's okay. Obviously, it was a harrowing experience for her as someone who's never been in a wreck before. I've been in a couple. The first one I was in, I was a passenger. My sister was driving to school, and we didn't have a collision with another car. And I maintain to this day that that wreck was fun up until the end, because the whole story is we were leaving for school, and we were at our house, and we have kind of a weird driveway where it's like we have a long straightaway, but we also have a U shape in the front, and I believe we were backing out of the straightaway that morning, and my sister cut her wheel at a certain point when she shouldn't, and wherever we started from, she ended up backing up into a tree and cracking a taillight. And we were riding in my brother's car because my sister had been in a wreck a couple weeks prior and her car was in the shop. As you can tell from the story, my sister's not an amazing driver, or wasn't as a teenager. I don't think she's been in many wrecks after. So she cracks the taillight, and then she gets super emotional about it because, one, it's not her car, and two, she was already in trouble from the first wreck. So she goes inside, she tells my dad, she's crying. My dad's like, I don't care, go to school. Like, you have to get out of here, y'all are going to be late. So we're on the way to school, and I grew up in a small town. We kind of have to, skipping the story because I was telling the story. I think I have to go to the gym, which Nessa won't be there. I think we have to go see her. Okay, so I live in a small town, and we were on like a kind of nowhere road that goes, it's a long road that goes to the ballpark, and then we turn from there and go to the school. And it was foggy that morning, and it was a little like wet out. And my sister being already a wreck this morning, alright, there's Nessa. She started drifting. I'm trying to think of how it happened. She drifted like a little bit off the road onto the side, which we have steep ditches on this road. And so she panicked and started going back onto the road, but went too far into the other lane. And there were cars because people were coming like back from dropping their kids off at school. And so this is where the panic really set in, and she cut too hard again. And we started to spin out going into the ditch. And I maintain it was very fun. It felt like a roller coaster. We spun out like 6 times in this ditch. And then the back end of the car smashed into the one person who lived on this stretch of road's culvert and completely smashed in the back end and totaled my brother's car and gave us a little bit of whiplash. So up until the abrupt stop, it was a fun accident. And I felt fine for a while, and then during school, like, my neck got stiff because that's how whiplash works. But I was in middle school at the time, so I was pretty malleable, and I bounced back from it pretty quick. My dad was mad because he had to come out there and get us, and somebody called the cops to help us, but when the cops show up and it's a one-person accident, they usually give you a ticket because it's your fault. If it's just you, it's your fault. Yeah, that was the first wreck I was in. The other one I was in, I think I can go to the gym now. And we're going to keep exploring the town for a little bit as I tell stories of me getting into accidents. I got in an accident one time, totaled my first car, and it was not my fault. I know a bunch of people would say that, but it wasn't. I actually did a really good job, in my opinion. I had a buddy riding with me. We were coming home from getting food or something, again in my small town. And there is a light, and then right after that light is a turnoff into a Dollar General, because Dollar Generals exist bountifully in small towns. They just like buying up real estate. And this guy pulled out of the Dollar General right in front of me. He didn't see me, I guess. I had a low-to-the-ground silver car, so it's feasible he didn't see me. But when he did see me, he did not go and get out of my way. He panicked and stopped in my way. And so my alternative to hitting him head-on in my tiny car against his big truck was to swerve behind him kind of into the driveway of the Dollar General. But the problem with that was there was a car behind him, so I couldn't like completely turn that way, and I was going too quickly to like full stop turn. And then in between the two cars ahead, the Dollar General had a mailbox. And so what ended up happening is I swerved out of the way a little bit, but the front end of my car went under the back end of his truck. His truck was completely fine, and by the time that the windshield portion of my car got to the back end, I had escaped it, so it knocked off my side mirror but didn't hit like anywhere near me. It hit far enough to the side that me and my buddy were fine, but it dented up the frame of my truck, and we had to get it towed because it was all tore up. I think I've gotten everything in this town that is available to me. I could buy a Luck incense and rack up some money. I might do that. Not that money is hard to come by in this game, but you know, maybe I want to buy cosmetic stuff later. Yeah, so with that one, it was not my fault, but it ended up totaling my car. Sucked. The tow truck driver was a jerk. There were two of them that showed up, and tow truck drivers, if you don't know, are not great people anyway. They're pretty predatory, which is unfortunate because the people that they prey on are already having bad days. I understand that they provide like a service that not a lot of other people can provide, but for one, the tow truck driver that we got was somebody who went to high school with my sister, and my sister happened to drive by while we were dealing with this, and so she stopped and was helping me out. And he was not friendly to her or to me. Maybe my sister was mean to him in high school. I don't know. But it was like $250 to go like 3 miles. And then when we got there, he demanded cash payment up front, which neither of us had cash. We had to go find some that our parents had inside. And then on top of that, he wouldn't pull it into the driveway. He left it on the street. We had to push it into the driveway. So that was terrible. It's not fun for me. And I loved that car. It was a piece of junk, like most people's first cars are. It was a little sporty Saturn, I think is SL. The key ignition was janky, and you had to hold the key a certain way to get it to start. I was the only one who could get it to start. The trunk only closed a certain way, which again only I knew. You could actually pull the key out of the ignition while it was on, and it would stay on. So that was kind of handy every now and then if I forgot something in the house. Just had a couple quirks like that. It's my baby, and rest in peace. Oh yeah, and then the kicker for that story was the guy whose fault the wreck was. Like, the insurance companies determined that it was their fault, but then they didn't have insurance, or it had just lapsed or something. And so the insurance companies were trying to fight to, like, make it my fault so they didn't have to pay. Like, they did a full investigation after blame had already been established. It's a bunch of hoopla. I should be training my Thwacky in here, so I'm going to switch after this. Also, I think I gave him the luck instance. Ha! I think it's using Uproar or Round. This Throat Chop is actually coming in crazy and handy. Who knew there were so many sound-based moves in this game? Is that lower speed? Okay. I couldn't remember. I couldn't tell. I didn't pay attention to if it was... Oh, if our speed hadn't been lowered, that growl wouldn't have hit. If it was Mud Shot or Mud Slap. Because Mud Shot lowers speed, Mud Slap lowers accuracy. And Mud Sport is stupid. Fun fact, if you didn't know. I think those are all the wrecks that I've been in. I've been very close to other wrecks. I've had a tire blowout on the highway. I almost got to do a wreck one day on the highway near here, because the highway near where I'm living now is... People do not drive the same as the area I'm from at all. And so what most people would consider the left lane of the highway to be the fast lane. Around here I call it the stop and go lane, because people there, they will go fast, but then they will also immediately not. Like, they'll go full stop. And it's terrible. I hate it. And so one day, I remember I, like, looked down to change the music or something on my way home. And it had been raining a little bit. And so, when I looked up, like, there was not enough space for me to stop before getting to the car in front of me. And the car in front of me was in a line of a bunch of cars. And so I immediately came to that decision. I was like, I can slow down, but I cannot stop here. And so I, like, immediately looked over into the next lane, and luckily there was space for me to get over, and I just, like, whipped it over. And I got really lucky. I'm not going to front with you. So let that be a warning. Don't look down when changing music. I'm sure I looked crazy to the people because I was flying up on that car in front of me. It was a highway. It was like 65 miles an hour speed limit, and they complete dead stopped out of nowhere. Hey, wreck stories as we wreck this gym. I'm probably going to get this badge, and I'm definitely going to get this badge in this episode. It's been 18 minutes. We went from going nowhere in 3 episodes to killing this game. Of course, we went from very ill-prepared to minor setback by mistake to where we are now. Now we're well prepared for this gym. 2 out of 3 of our Pokemon are grass types, so water gym is going to be free. I say that, and I'm definitely going to make a mistake. As is the Colby Spesh. I name dropped myself again. Oh no, y'all are going to know my name. I've done that like 3 times now. You know what? No. You don't get to not look at me. We're fighting. We're beefing. I liked in the older games where like you had the character tiles, how they looked around. Sometimes you would avoid them. I would always like sneak up behind them, just be like, I spotted you. You didn't spot me. I am the one who knocks. Razor Leaf. Really like Thwacky's color. Maybe that's the color I should use for my logo. I've been trying to use like gold and green I was talking to my girlfriend because she's a graphic designer, and she was recommending like honey colors to me, and that's a pretty good color. Oh, it was asking me to swap. I thought it was learning their move. Choodle. I'm gonna have to grab the palette of Thwacky and consider it for my logo design. I was kind of working on something the other day. I haven't completely ironed out the details or decided. There's a few things. The main thing is with the design, I want the characters, because it's probably going to be 2 G's, which is pretty common. But whenever I think of Gooby, I think gooey. And so, a honey color would be good, because that also kind of has, like... Oh, I did this last time I did this gym, too. Sometimes I'm dumb. Okay, so now I need to move the blue. And then I need to move the red. Yeah, I remember doing this puzzle the first time. And being annoyed that having to redo that part is not good puzzle design. Like, good puzzle design doesn't trick you by just, like, presenting half of the problem to you at once. It tricks you by showing you the whole problem and making it confusing enough that you don't understand it. In my opinion. But, anyway, I digress. Yeah, so I was working on a logo design. I want green and yellow. I connotate gooey with gooby. And so I want it to have that kind of feel. And my girlfriend is a graphic designer. I was asking her opinion on certain things that I had done. I haven't really settled on a full design, but I have an idea in my head. I just want to make a better channel art and stuff. More complete channel art, I guess. Because what I have is... It exists, but it's not good by any means. Exists is about all it does. I'll just use a potion. Why not? Alright, I have no idea what levels Ness's Pokemon are. But coming in here with 2 grass types, I think we're going to be fine. As long as they're not level 30. And even if they are, I think we could eke it out. I do remember she has a Arrokuda or Barraskewda. One of those two as the anchor. Which is another Pokemon that I don't really use, or haven't really used, but I think is cool. Okay, I guess I should read some of this. No matter what kind of plan your refined mind may be plotting... She's really kind to me. Your refined mind may be plotting, my partner and I will be sure to sink it. Just complimenting her opponent like that, I didn't expect it. I always like the dive ball too. Good design. Yo, are we gonna fight every gym leader with a Pokemon that they have? I didn't know she had a Goldeen. I should have went for the Ditto. Supersonic considered to be a sound-based move? I think so. We could have blocked it with our throat shot. Agility's up. It does not... Ooh, it lives. I was about to say it does not matter. And it gets the heal from our grassy terrain. Alright, we're going to go for Branch Poke because it's 100% accurate, and this Goldeen has used a agility boost. Lots of experience. A little bit of healing. At 69 HP. Ayo. Alright, Arrokuda. We're going to stay in. She wasn't talking about aces, so I'm confident that this is not it. And we haven't gotten to the hype music yet. Done. Alright. So it should be a Barraskewda. Level up. Heal up. Oh, it's Dreadnought is the anchor. That's right. Alright, we're staying in. Gonna hit him with the max overgrowth. Yeah, I bet there's a really good remix of this music, the gym battle music, that I have yet to hear. And now I'm gonna have to look it up after this. That's a big old turtle. Is Dreadnought supposed to be an alligator turtle or a snapping turtle? It looks like it could go either way. Alligator turtles are straight up dinosaurs. They are very cool and very intimidating. Snapping turtles are much less intimidating and can still bite your thumbs off. I wonder if the screaming of the Dynamax Pokemon picks up in the mic. I bet it does. Nice, nice. Proud of you. Does that lower special defense? I don't know if Max Darkness is a special move. It doesn't matter. As The Rock would say, it doesn't matter what you think, because Brawl just demolished that turtle. That's a gym badge, baby. Who's learning to knock off Thwacky? Let's go over here. This is 65 physical. Focus, 40 physical stab, 55 physical stab. Over here is essentially 70 or 90 accuracy. Does more damage if the target has a held item. You know, we're gonna get rid of double hit. I'm gonna keep Screech for a little bit. I don't imagine I'll use it, but you know, if we need to, we got it. Usually in Nuzlocke challenges, I don't use a lot of utility moves like Screech. Stat lowering moves, just they aren't it, Chief. I'd rather use a stat raising move if anything, and more often I'd rather just attack. But sometimes you get backed into weird corners in Nuzlocke where you have to stall out a Nickit for 20 minutes. Alright, that is 2 gym badges in 2 episodes. We are moving right on up. Whirlpool. Water uniform. And we got the water badge. Did I talk to the ball guy? I did. Well. Oleana. We got Rose's lead card. Is that a rainbow rare Rose? It's a rare card. She just ditched us. And man, she was booking it because I'm running right now. Can't believe you kept him waiting, but also I'm out of here and you can't come with me. Alright, let's listen to a little bit of plot and then we're going to wrap up the episode. Ooh, let's celebrate to your recent victory. How'd they know? I guess Oleana told them. Oh, you were invited too? You two know each other? That's great. Come on, please be seated. I got the fancy folded napkins. Holbury is a seafood town. Naturally, if one is going to eat here, the obvious choice is the local cuisine. Everything on the menu is delicious. By the way, how is Professor Magnolia getting on? Man, I like cut words in half, and I don't know why. My brain just was like, alright, you've read it, it's over. I'm quite indebted to her, you know. She was the one who figured out how to unleash the power of the wishing stars and use that power to Dynamax Pokemon. We would never have been able to create Dynamax bands without her. She was saying that there is still so much we don't know about Dynamaxing. It's causing her some worry. She even made me take the Power Spot Detector with me when I started traveling. Power Spot Detector? That's the device that allows me to discover the power spots. Locations that emit Galar particles and allow Pokemon to Dynamax. Alright, this is some really nerd stuff. We're gonna just mash through a little bit. I was trying to do more plot, but basically they're a bunch of nerds, and I'm not. I'm not nerdy at all. I beat up nerds. Look at these muscles. Take off my nerd glass. Look at these muscles. I'm definitely a nerd. A TM. Retaliate. Gets revenge for a fainted Pokemon. If an ally fainted in the previous turn, this move's power is decreased. Well, we don't want to use that. In a Nuzlocke, that is a bad move. Unless you do need it, in which case it's a really good move. Oh. What I heard, he's... Ooh, actually, Kabu, we're going to need to raise up Goldeen if our next one is a fire type. We're not completely unprepared. I forgot I have to catch a Pokemon in his gym challenge. It's just a complete the game catch. It does not count. Do we battle Hop before that? Maybe we'll get lucky and draw a fire type. Maybe we'll draw a, what is it, Sizzlepede, Litwick. I don't think Litwick is in base Sword and Shield, but I don't know. Maybe it is. So Sizzlepede, Litwick, and Vulpix. I know Vulpix is in base Sword and Shield, so we could draw that. And then that could be the Pokemon that we catch. That'd be crazy. Think I won't rig it? I'll switch it. I have a Vulpix base set Sword and Shield. I'll go get it right now and put it in there. No, I don't want to. But if that happens, it'll be godlike. Okay, I need to wrap up this episode. So if you liked it, and you like me getting stuff done in these episodes, leave a like. And if you think it was terrible and you hate me and want me to die, leave a dislike. I hope that I get 0 dislikes now that I've put that stipulation on it. But, you know, maybe some of y'all do hate me and you watch me because you hope that I do die. Joke's on you, though, because if I die during a recording, that recording will not get uploaded. I have to do that. I'd have to die during the upload. I don't know why I go on dumbass tangents. Wow. Ooh, dropping that. I don't know why I go on dumb butt tangents whenever I'm doing the outro, but sometimes I do, because my brain just decides it wants to dive 6 different directions and drop curse words. But yeah, that will be it for the episode. Please subscribe if you haven't. I still need to say that. And if you haven't and you don't want to, I guess that's cool. I really wish you would, but I can't make you. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.